When a scientist claims that the origin of life is evolution, the origin of reality is the Big Bang Theory, what they don't realize is that they are moving out of the realm of science into the metaphysical realm. They are making a metaphysical claim, almost a religious claim. Because if you compare, if you look at what are the religionists saying and what the scientists are saying, it comes back to the exact same thing. The religionists are saying that we were created by a metaphysical being who is almighty, powerful. We don't understand, we can't touch, hear, feel, see him, but we believe that this is who he is and what he has done. In a similar way, the scientist is saying that we can't really prove, touch, feel evolution and Big Bang. We have theories, we have signs, we have indications, no doubt they are, but those are incomplete information. Nobody can say with absolute certainty that this is evolution and would explain its mechanisms to completely. They will say that the explanation is coming. As with more and more scientific discoveries, the explanation is coming. But the strange part is 150 years on since Darwin, and every new scientific explanation has gone the opposite direction. It has made the theory of evolution, or the theory of evolution, even more improbable. I mean, discoveries like the Cambrian explosion, the human DNA, the immense organization and complexity of human DNA that's like computer code, the immense complexity inside a human cell or any cell. I mean, these cells are extremely complex machines that are beyond our comprehension. How things that are just a few molecules in size are able to do such amazing things, and what's controlling them? Where is the central control unit? Not the brain, definitely. So somewhere along the line they are controlled. And also studies on the human mind, on human consciousness, are starting to show that the soul lives somewhere else. It doesn't live inside the brain. It's not the product of chemical reactions inside the brain. It's something else. And these are very convincing discoveries, and many previously atheist scientists have started to question evolution, and I mean neo-Darwinists also, and and some have actually just blatantly switched tracks to religion. But I digress. So when people claim such things, then they are actually claiming that the creator is evolution or the Big Bang. See the parallel? The creator, a metaphysical, intellectual, super intelligent creator, or creator is Big Bang and evolution, and I believe in this. And with the same fervor and rigor as a religious fanatic, they will protect and they will defend that worldview. I mean, if you look at the 20th century, it was the period of the greatest ever suppression of religion on a global scale. The very founders of the education systems made it their purpose and their duty to suppress all other worldviews except theirs, the Darwinist or neo-Darwinist worldview. And they went to the extent of, if a scientist even questioned it, then they would be excommunicated. It's a religion. The point I'm trying to make is that it is a religion called scientism. Neo-Darwinism, it is a religion called scientism. And at the very least, let's have the intellectual honesty to accept that religions have a set of beliefs that they cannot prove. We have a set of beliefs that we cannot prove, but we believe in them. I mean, I was prompted by some comments that appeared in my previous video from people who stepped in and felt that they needed to step in to defend their worldview, to defend their faith, which is in science and evolution. And one person said, I'm wasting time with religion. I mean, on one level, I admire them for their fervor and their willingness to defend their worldview, but really it didn't need any defense. I was not attacking their worldview. I was merely stating that if you have an alternative worldview, don't try and build your education system on top of that worldview. Develop your own education system. I mean, they've developed their own education system. It's not enough for us to simply criticize it and say, well, and this and that is wrong with this education, because it's the duty of those who have alternative worldviews to go and make their own education system if they want their kids to have their worldviews. That's all I was saying. It wasn't dialectic, it wasn't polemical, yet one person tried to draw me into a debate around evolution versus religion. I don't debate. I follow the principle of the Quran where we say salam and we move on. Peace to you, and let's just carry on our lives. Let's respect the fact that we have differing worldviews and respect each other and move on. But let's accept, and this is the part that alarms me, that they cannot accept that there are other worldviews. They cannot accept that there are people who believe in religion. And that non-acceptance, that religious rejection of everything else but their worldview is the problem. That has been the problem in the 20th century and up till now in the 21st century. It's people who are intolerant about other worldviews. And that's precisely the thing that religions have been accused of doing. But I guess it's a human nature that we cannot see our own faults. We can see the wrongs that others are doing, but we can't see the wrongs that we are doing. Yet if you look at the censorship in the 20th century and 21st century, it was religious in its nature. It's, and anybody that believed any other way, it was, you are irrational, you are unintelligent, you're wasting your time, as one person suggested. But I'm currently reading science books and books on philosophy, Western philosophy, atheist, neo-Darwinist books. And, it pays to have a open-minded view on the world. I understand them better than they understand me, because they are locked out. They've locked themselves out in saying, well, religion is a waste of time. We won't delve into that. But they don't realize that there's one very important principle that comes out of the Quran, which is so important, where it says in the Quran, أَفَمَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ. Do you not see the one who made his own ego into his God? Now, what is this? What is this ayat saying? This verse is obviously speaking in reference to people who rejected the faith, that they've followed their egos. But there's a much deeper, much more broader claim here that is being made, which has been proven by science afterwards. What the Quran is saying is that there is always a God. There is always a God. If you reject the being that is being mentioned in the Quran and the Bible, and you say, well, I don't believe in this creator, in this, how they put it, this mysterious man in the sky, don't ever think for a moment that you are not believing in a God. Because if that is not your God, then your God is something or someone else. It's either Big Bang Theory or evolution or an object, a person. People have begun to deify artificial intelligence. I mean, I am not joking about this. You might think, well, this guy is making this up, but there's actually an entire religion that is formed around artificial intelligence. It was formed by Anthony Lewandowski in the US, and he based his entire religion on Ray Kurzweil's singularity. The idea that at some stage human intelligence, human consciousness is going to merge with AI to produce these meta-humans, humans that are much better than normal humans. And eventually we'll be able to upload our consciousness and our memories into an AI and create these matrix-like worlds, and these utopian worlds for ourselves. Heaven and hell. Those who reject are not going to get this. Those who accept this religion are going to get this sometime in the future. Believe in what we are saying. There is always a God, people. If you don't worship that mysterious man in the sky, you're worshipping your own ego. But you can't say this to people, they'll take offense to it. But I think if I have a message in this video, it's to these people, to everyone, people of religion and people of atheism in double quotes, accept that there are people with other viewpoints. And rather than criticize, rather than attack, try and understand them. Try and understand their worldview, their perspective. The world will be a better place like that. We don't need these debates. We don't need these arguments. We need acceptance that there are people of different worldviews. And if we really want to promote our worldview, trust me, by running down another person's worldview, you're only making them stronger in that. Rather, show them what you are capable of. Show them the benefits, the socio-economic benefits of your worldview. Show them the level of morality in your worldview. Show them that your worldview is better for humanity at large. Even if you reject faith, you reject God, that's fine. But at least show them that there is a sense of morality. And atheism has a lousy track record of morality. I mean, pre-enlightenment, when you blame so-called enlightenment of pre-modern evolution ideologies, when religion reigned supreme, yeah, there was a lot of suffering and pain and murder and death. But if you count the number of dead in the lifespan of Christianity and Islam put together, and you look at the deaths that took place due to this subjective morality of atheism, it's exponentially a lot more. People have suffered, and people who think that science is devoid of, I mean, it exists in a vacuum, devoid of everything else, other aspects of life, you're lying to yourself. Because just as with everything, science does have a moral responsibility. I mean, think about it. Science, technology are things that are not neutral. They're not that innocent. They can be, and are always, it's like Heidegger said, that we are born into language. Language is the home of existence. When you are born, when you are thrown into this world, I like his terminology, thrown into this world, you are thrown into a worldview. Like it or not, no human being's worldview is completely objective. Forget that. If you think that, you are lying to yourself. We all have a subjective worldview that we give meaning to things based on our conditioning as human beings, based on the language that is prevalent around us. And I accept this. I think this is, although, I mean, I feel sorry for Heidegger that he spent his whole life trying to understand being and never for a moment tried to understand being good. That's another thing altogether. But I think when you understand what he's trying to say here, it is this, that we are all subjective. We are all subjected to a specific worldview. So a scientist, an atheist, has a worldview, and he is subjective in that. The moment you express an opinion about someone else, you know you're already being subjective. So, and it's coming back to what I was saying, it's not as mundane or as free from morality as you would think, right? Because science doesn't have inherent morality. Then where does morality come from? What is good? What is bad? Can I just go out into the world and do whatever crime I am because I am the fittest, I am the strongest? Go into the street there's an old woman with her groceries, beat her up, take it away. Science, logic dictates that that is perfectly right. Who is to say that that is wrong? Who is to say that, I mean, if you think about science, in 1938, atomic power was discovered. 7 years later, 6 or 7 years later, that same atomic power, one of the greatest achievements of humanity, something that could have solved the world's energy problems. But what did we use it for? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 150,000 innocent beings obliterated. You see, when technology and science go off track, boy oh boy, they go off track big time. So there's nothing innocent, nothing mundane about it. If something lacks a sense of morality, then it is inherently immoral. It's not amoral, it's immoral. And I think we need to understand that. But coming back to my message, it's this. Let's try and understand that there are other worldviews out there that might conflict with our own. And intelligence does not mean to be rational and completely rational and just look at the cause and effects of this world. Intelligence, human intelligence, transcends all of that. It's to understand that we as human beings are sharing this planet, and there are people with other views, but our aim and objective is to make the world a better place through our sense of duty, our sense of responsibility, and our morality. Otherwise, things are just going to descend into Mad Max theory, right? Into Mad Max territory.